and Grill. Very happy to have on our bench racing hotline the winner down in Charlotte in the Camping World Truck Series this past weekend. Justin Lofton joins us. Hey, Justin, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing terrific. I have two pieces of paper here in front of me. One of them is the race results, and your name is on the top of that list. But even more impressively, the other piece of paper here is the points report, and your name's on the top of that list too. So you had one hell of a weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Last Friday night was a great weekend for us, and honestly, it was. I can't say it was necessarily a long time coming because I had just rejoined ESR and teamed up with Dan Borman for crew chief, but it's definitely well deserved, and it's first of many.
Well,
I think you're right there. You guys look as strong as anybody in that series right now.
Yeah, definitely. We have a really good package going with Chevrolet Silverado and ECR Power with RCR, Technical Alliance, and what the guys are doing in the shop, putting it all together. So we have a really good package, and I think we're going to be pretty tough to beat all year.
With all that being said, though, this win wasn't exactly the easiest win in your entire career. It was one of those that looked like it took a little bit of strategy, a little bit of luck, and some just hard-nosed race driving as well.
Yeah, definitely. It mixed it in, which made it even that much better. It wasn't one of those that we necessarily lucked into, or one that we ran away with it. There was definitely, I was racing probably one of the best race car drivers there are today, and we beat him. So that made it good. And Dan called a great race when I lost some track position right off the get-go. He decided to bring me in really, really early, and I think that played to our advantage the entire time.
Well, tell me a little bit about the pit stop that wasn't and how that kind of played into the ultimate result of the race.
Basically, we started off on our first pit stop. It got a terrible start, and I think I dropped back to 8th or 10th place. I mean, just pretty much right off the bat. And losing that much track position, Dan just made the call to come in, top it off. We were kind of right in the middle of the pack where it's pretty, it's not very safe to be, and passing was so hard just from the aerodynamic side of things that I don't think we necessarily could have made a push forward, and we probably would have just got ourselves in trouble. So we decided to make the call to go down pit road and hopefully, we can outsmart them and get the track position back that we needed, which ultimately happened to us.
Well, as you said, you were able to hold off one of the best race car drivers in NASCAR right now. I have to believe that Brad wasn't making it easy on you, as you, for those that don't know, you outraced Brad Keselowski. But the guy who ended up in third, too, Todd Bodine, has been to the winner's circle a couple of times as well in the truck series. So that must have felt good to hold both of those guys at bay.
Yeah, definitely. Brad was ultimately Brad had a lot to do with me making a decision to go truck racing back in, I think it was 2009 or so. Maybe, it was 2009. He, maybe even 2008, he approached me about possibly running a truck for him under the BKR banner, and unfortunately, money-wise things didn't work out, and that we weren't able to do it. But I met Brad that way, and he's the one that got me excited about it. So to be able to do that's really cool. And then Todd, I was over at Todd's house Wednesday night, and he pretty much grabbed me by my shirt collar and said, "I want you to use your head this weekend, and you'll win this race." So he knew what he was talking about. It's really cool to be racing those guys for the win.
Well, I got to believe that using your head is something that I don't know. I guess I don't know how to ask this question, but you're no dummy, man. I mean, you've won every place that you've been. What is it that he's talking about? Use your head. What is it that you weren't doing maybe that changed at this race?
I think a lot of it was, it may not necessarily have been just me using my head as using our head as a team. I mean, we lost that track position, and instead of just going out there and trying to, to pound the pavement and, fight our way back to the front, we used our heads and outsmarted them. And, it's something, a driver, just because my crew chief says come in, fit this time, doesn't necessarily mean I have to. Ultimately, I'm the one driving the truck. And so for me to, trust everything my crew chief is saying is big, and I'm pretty sure that's what he meant by it all.
Are you pretty well set up for the rest of the year, sponsor-wise?
Yeah, we're good. College Complete is on board for the rest of the season. I think we have 17 races left, along with Join APS. We got Bars Golf on board. They're really cool. They make basically putters that look like race cars. So we're going to have some on my website pretty soon that everyone can purchase on loftonracing.com. Speed Energy is on board, and we've got some more exciting things coming along as far as marketing-wise on what we're doing. And College Complete's got a lot of really cool things going on to get the fans involved, and ultimately that puts our name to the top of the list, and hopefully we can, we'll keep on trucking along.
Well, glad to see that you were able to get to Victory Lane. Glad to see that Eddie Sharp Racing was able to get to Victory Lane. You were able to take him there for the first time as well. Again, you had great success along with Eddie in the ARCA Series, no doubt about that. It's nice to see that the two of you guys are able to hook back up and get that first Camping World Truck Series win.
Yeah, it was definitely a very emotional win after, spending a year and a half away and really not knowing the good thing we had. 2009 was very good, and we should have worked a little bit harder to probably made the transition earlier. But, timing is everything, and the timing was right last year, with me getting let go from Domain, Craig leaving, Eddie, KHI coming up for sale, RCR, ECR, and Chevrolet looking for teams to fill in spots where other teams were leaving. It just, timing was everything, and we nailed it right on the head.
Well, we are very happy to hear that you were able to nail it on the head for sure. Best of luck to you throughout the rest of the season. And when you come up to Michigan, we'll check in with you there and say hey.
That sounds good. And make sure to follow along at College Complete and at JL Racing. We got a lot of cool contests going on. We just gave away $1,000 on $1,000 sweepstakes for the Charlotte race, and we've got quite a few more of those coming up. So follow along and get yourself entered to win.
Excellent. Sounds like a good time.
All right, Justin, thanks, man.
We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
All right, Justin
Lofton.